yellow. Okay, you should all hopefully be able to hear me. And the lovely bardic music in the background. He lives! He does indeed. I don't actually think I need these on. But how loud am I, Mr. Arcane? Because sometimes on the recordings I sound really loud, so I don't know if I need to adjust what I'm doing on here. Anyway, sound perfect, dude. Oh, thank you, Mr. Dwarf Warrior. Good fun. Music is barely there. Yeah, let's try. Right, hopefully. Music's gone now. Yep, hopefully the music is back. If it's too loud, let me know. It's popping up a good third way up the bar. The mixer bar. Hey, I can see. Right, music is back. Nice. Let me know if it gets too loud. It'll be annoyingly that for a while. I'm using Syrinscape because it means I can't get sued that way. So, basically, with Dice of the Beholder not being on tonight, I decided that I was going to be writing anyway, so I decided to stream it. I saw a Dungeon Master called the Dreaded GM, or DM, Dreaded DM. Dreaded as in dreadlocked. And he streamed, well, some of his world building, to be honest, and it was quite interesting to see what he did and well, see it pan out as he wrote it, deleted it, rewrote it, etc. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. So tonight, can you guys see the word doc? Alright, let's have a look. Let me know if you can see that alright, or if I need to zoom in a bit. Hello, Gary. Hey, up, Tess. And Heathmade, hello. So, welcome to the channel. This is Heavyweight Gaming. I'm playing DVD, so it won't be chatty as much, but so you won't live and figure I give you a lurk. I do like a lurk. Zoom in a little, I think. Okay, let's have a look. Where's my zoom? Where's my zoom button? God damn. Right, so let's do it old school. 125, that's 150%. Title is really rest. There's nothing written yet, Tess. You know what I mean? Right, so anyway, welcome to the channel. We do loads of tabletop. Loads and loads of tabletop. Dungeons and Dragons 5e, Pathfinder, Carbon 2185. We do some one-shots like Vampire the Masquerade. We did the superhero one, I forgot, Masks. That was pretty good. So yeah, we play loads of tabletop. And the main thing that we do about our tabletops on a Tuesday, Fables Among Titans, and Saturday, The Call of Stone, is the two campaigns are set in the same world. And that world is called Colossus. And what we do each month, by the way, you can find us on social media. Everywhere. Just put in Heavyweight Gaming, you'll get us. So what we do is, every month, we generate more and more lore and information, subclasses, feats, races, etc. to fit into the world of Colossus. We pick an area and we start writing about it. We've been playing about with this for years now. Good, oh Jesus. A lot of it comes from my brain when I was a wee lad. I say wee, when I was younger. And it extended out until I bumped into more friends at the tabletop, had a like-minded creativeness to build a world. So myself, Roberto, also known as Arcane, and Mr. Valentine, also known as Eddie for his sins, we got together and we started, well, we grabbed a Google Drive. Rob made us put it in folders so we knew where stuff was. And then we started generating, and we had a conversation about releasing it to the wild, which is you lot. And in January this year, we released our first issue of Arcane Script, which you can actually go find on our Patreon. If you go to Patreon, put in Heavyweight Gaming, you'll find our page. The first issue is free to download, and is one that we've already decided we want to go back to and expand on that, because it was our test run, and we feel that it's missing so much more. But we shall go into that. But we are now in month 11. And we are about to drop our 11th issue of Arcane Script, which, to be fair, is an achievement in itself. There's well over 200 pages of stuff in there, and we are looking forward to dropping more and more and more. So, I'll do some stuff about the next year and stuff like that throughout the chat. I don't know how long I'm going to stream tonight. I've got a brew with me and I've got to get some stuff down for this, because at the end of the month we will be dropping the Toan Highlands issue, which, if you're lucky and I don't ask permission off Arcane first, I might show you the artwork because it's badass. So what I'm going to do is, as I write this, feel free to chat amongst yourselves, which is great. Feel free to ask me questions about parts of the world that you already know about. Feel free to ask me questions about this part of the world. It might be that it's not even been thought of yet, and your question gives me an idea, and boom, it's going in as canon. We've already put the artwork around Discord. Alright, cool. So that means... Are you eating the marshmallows?
Yes.
Shocking. So while I'm working my ass off, the missus is eating marshmallows. Cool, I will indeed put the artwork up. In fact, I'm going to do that now. So what I'm going to be writing about tonight is the Toan Highlands. I've never really streamed myself writing before. It's not something I really do. I usually go into a dark room with a brew, listen to some, you know, Last Samurai soundtrack, and then write some stuff. So this will be strange. I've zoomed in, hopefully you can see that really well. Be right. Right, I'm going to put that artwork up because it is a splendid. So the main thing to know about the Toan Highlands is we try to give each area like it's a lot of its own thing, but the Toan Highlands is halflings and gnomes. It's where the majority of the halflings and gnomes live or are from. So I should be writing this down really, so I can yeah. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Dun, 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 dun. I've got the tavern music going on for Syrinscape. So it sounds like I'm in a bar, but I might change that to, you know, an elven forest. Or a giant spider battle, we'll see. Right, where is, dun, dun, dun. Hope you're all alright. It's Sunday evening. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves and getting prepared for work or not work, depending on the wonderful lockdown of the world. Which is poo at the minute. Where are you? Goodbye, my lover. There we go. Downloaded that. Incoming. Absolute badass piece of imagery. So these, we've tagged the file name Ward Bros, but you'll find out more about them. See if that works. Boom! Oh my god, that's big. That's what she said. Not Niles. Oh yeah! Look at the Ward Bros. Look at the Ward Bros. Look at them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are the Ward Bros. On our left, you do not have a miniature Conan the Barbarian, as requested by myself. But that is a halfling. And a halfling barbarian. And on the right, you have our gnome, who is a gnome monk. Tess, that is very, very accurate. It is indeed like the Picts and the Scots. And you'll see a lot of that coming out. So if you're up on your Celtic and Pictish lore, none of this will be accurate, but you may see some of the same theories and cultural isms brought into our high fantasy D&D world. But yeah, so I'm a big fan of it, and I love it, so I wanted to put it in there. And I love halflings and gnomes, as long as I don't have to play them. So, right, that's pretty cool. Rose, should I keep that? Where should I put that? I'm going to put you over here. I'm going to put you as a little reminder of our badass. Yes! Let's just put them over there for now. So the barbarian is a halfling, and the warrior dude is a gnome. Yes. He's actually a gnome monk for 5e terms. Can I ask, by any chance, do they belong to Clan Ironbow? They do not, Dwarf Warrior. Clan Ironbow is a Viconian clan of dwarves. So you'll have to look out for Viconia. Adrian's wall, halfling's wall. It's knee height, even shorter than in real life. Yeah, they just step over it. It's, you know, it's stopped nobody except those pesky kobolds. Right, so what we do is every issue, I'm going to put up here Arcane Script. So what happens is I write a load of waffle. Rob gets hold of it, makes it all grammar. I caveat now. This will be written in Yorkshire and tweaked later on. Drasmodia. Jesus, why is finding fellow world builders on Twitch so difficult? There's not really a tag that I could put, unfortunately, Drasmodia. And if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I do apologise. Alright, so here we go, issue there. What we always start with, a thing. This will be obviously renamed later on. And by thing, this is something that is just plucked out of the area that we're writing about at the time. Yeah, cool. Mr. Arcane, you can count me on that. So what we'll do... So for example, if anyone's got any of the Arcane scripts, we did a... So there are 3 universities in the world called the Tri-Solemn, yep. And one in the Ver Dynasty is called the Kithlar Adusian. And they're very, very high reputation, specialised places of learning, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, and they're kind of prodigies that get taken to all these three universities around the world. So when we did the Ver Dynasty, the thing was we plucked the university, the Kithlar Adusian, out, and we gave a big write-up about that, just as a thing within this this realm, this culture, this land, as it were. So I need 1 for the Toan Highlands. Now, what I like to do, so I wrote a lot of notes at work on a little notepad that you can see here. I don't know if you can see that, if it's gone invisible with the little virtual background. So I shall be pulling them up using Google. So there's a couple of ideas that I had for the thing that we talk about. And now I didn't really know how to write it, but the language and accounts that so I really like the idea that they don't write anything down, like nothing's written down, but there's got to be a place of passing of knowledge. So yeah, so in fact I'm going to do that. The thing is going to be the verbal library, which how's everyone doing? We all good? Well, I'm talking to myself for a lot of this, so if you think I'm just filling time, I probably am. But those that know me quite well know I talk a lot anyway. So that's good. Right, so oh wow. So, that's a pretty cool word that I don't know how to pronounce. I can't spell library either. We get a lot of that. Oh yeah, I'm all over this. So what I'll do is I'll put verbal library and I'll spell it wrong again, because why not? I always forget that it's bra. Wait. Right, so Eolas is Scottish Gaelic for knowledge. So the thing I'm going to write about in this particular part is a verbal library. So it's going to be weird It's going to be weird. Just weird writing and talking at the same time. Perfect pronunciation. Most of my friends are from Yorkshire anyway, so I know the accent well. Yes! I'll be honest with you now, that no one has ever said perfect pronunciation in a sentence referring to myself. Right. So you've got the Toan Highlands, Toa, the Toans, you know, all that good old England, English, Englando, etc. Wow, Englando, we'll get that. I'll cut that out on the edit of the video. Right, so luckily for Arcane, he's getting to watch this live, so he can make notes of what he's gonna edit afterwards. Oh yeah. By a sound. Yeah, it could be singing, speaking, humming. Sound. Station. A song. A song. A poem. Making notes, Arcane. My little face just appearing up and appearing just behind the chat bar. So I'm viewing this. I'm judging your word per minute typing speed. Oh Jesus! I'm very Viking way of passing on knowledge. Aye, I'm a big fan. I'd rather listen to it than read it. This can be a conversation, a song, a story, a poem, etc. Make notes, Arcane. I can't put data, can I? Sounds like another bad subclass to me. To be fair, what culture does not have its own bardic subclass? There are moments of rituals of burning of parchment. Spell check, grammar, all that applies to you, Mr. Arcane. The parchment happens once as simple as committing the to memory. Yep. Sorry guys. One of the John by 35. Loving this already, mate. Good stuff. Always be passed on by magic ritual transfer knowledge from one handle to the younger generation. That's basically what it is. Dwarf Warrior is, you know. Well, this is the bit I'm writing now. If you're given a place at the Eolas, it's a life. You've basically got tenure. And then as the young ones come through, they are given the responsibility to pass it on. Feel free to ask any questions on Colossus, and Heavy and I will try and answer the best we can of heavyweight gaming and our future projects, current projects. Yes, Mr. Arcane. Good shout. Roberto will answer as best he can. If I see it, I'll try and respond. Oh, right, what was I doing there? Alright, so will I get sued for that? Yeah.
It's gravy time.
Oh, it's gravy time. Oh. I don't know what's just happened, but I'll check what that notification was for. Oh. Oh, I can't wait. What just happened? Dice of the Beholder, resubscribed. Thank you very much. I wasn't gonna, but then you started writing about the Celts. Thank you very much. What law you got on dragons? Oh, Dwarf Warrior, that is the forbidden knowledge. Let me come up with a diplomatic answer. So, the last...
It's gravy time.
I hope Kelly Jane Games is subscribed. Yeah, resubscribe, Prime. Thank you very much. Right, so to be given a place at the Earlos as one of the Niak, it's a great honour. It's a great honour. And they're supplied with all the Ovis that they want. These are the keepers of all. The job is for life. Oh, it's for life. When those of an age are set to pass on, then those still blessed with youth given the mantle. Don't give them the given the. Anyone got a thesaurus or something? That's for you for giving the torch, the mantle to carry on. Right, let's just make a little note for myself. So, Yolas. Boom! Spelt it right, look at that. Did I? Yep, cool. Oh. Yeah, yo. Oh, yeah. What did I do there? Lib Arabians? Jesus. Oh, yeah. No one saw this. Yeah, saw it. That's why we've got spell check. Librarian. There we go. Right. These are the keepers of all. You know how much I love Dragon Law. You called for a thesaurus. Okay, Drosmidate. So a different word for mantle. So those still blessed with youth are given the X to carry on. Give me a different or better. Oh, you might be happy with mantle, but give me some options. All right. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass because. In all of Toa. Hill. Raised. Due to the said. Ah, come on. The hill is said to be as high as it is of the bear. Right, so that is the most simple thing I've said. But I'm going to change that. So that's just a note to myself because I want a cooler name. I think it's spelled deity wrong as well. Yep. Before E, except after seeing any other words that the English language decided to throw in. Well, mantle is a nice word choice, but there are words such as burden, duty, responsibility, or for true fancy words you could use the word devoir. Am I saying devoir right? Can I say devoir? The hill is raised with taxes. Well, your facing is blocking the lower part of the Word document. Brilliant. You want to see less of me? I understand. Give me a sec. Give me 2 seconds. See if I can. There we go. See if that's worked. Oh. Boom. How's that? That better? That better? Let me know if that's better. Took it out the margin now. It's a good shot. It's a good shot. Where is Dwarf Warrior? Any dragons that were part of Colossus have died a long time ago, but they've left their marks. The orcs have survived a lot of draconic imagery behind them for good reason. Glaciers' bones are still likely in the lake somewhere. Meanwhile, the current Dragonborn are more likely to have a lot of draconic history behind them, and their scales will reveal more about the dragons of old. But that was me wanting more. No, but alas, I shall refrain from asking. Well, Dwarf Warrior. Spoilers, but the end of year Arcane Script is the Dragonborn of Coran. So, look out for that. And there'll be loads of dragon lore in there, mate. Also, some vastly, very, very hidden. You do know I've now got to look up devoir. Good old Google. D-E-V-O-R. Hey up. What did I just do there? Broken something. We'll soon find out what. Oh, I'm not sure it's going to pass. A person's duty. Ah. French word, isn't it? Well, we'll leave that one in a bit. Boudoir. Jesus Tess. Right, so. Right, that's what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, love that. I love this shit so much. So much. What have you done? Again, this is just so I can track stuff, and when Arcane questions me on what absolute waffle am I coming up with, I've got something to do. Hibernating. Bear. Dead. So Kelly, you said you're going to be checking out my words per, yeah? Does that mean Just words, like actual words, or can I just like roll my face across the keyboard? But so all it knows. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, go. Right, so right, but those are those of. Those are the songs. I don't believe that knowledge should be written down, but instead the passing on of it should be done by sound. This can be a conversation, a song, a story, a poem, etc. Your last. It's a great honour. These are the keepers of all. The job is for life, and those of an age are set to pass on, those still blessed with youth. I've given the mantle to carry on. The Eolas is situated upon the highest hill in all of Toa. The hill is said to be raised as high as it is due to the... Right, I can't pronounce that, but I love the word. I'll pronounce it in my own little way. I'll try and do some phonetic stuff later. Because any Celtic folk will tell me I'm wrong. Which so all that knows is the slumbering bear of their pantheon. We will get to the pantheons later on, maybe, depending on how long we stream. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna leave that at mantle at the minute, by the way. Josma dear. Yeah. Too many L's. Too many L's? I don't know what word you're looking at. Or have I missed them? They only accept legitimate languages. Oh well, shit. Alright, I'm with you. Welsh. Best not hear you say that about the Welsh. I don't know, like an entire faction of Draken Skelly. Oh, those are Welsh jackals as well. Right. Here we go. Right, so. How's this music? Should we enjoy the music? Let's see if there's any. Nope. I'm not sure I can. I'll leave it on this for now. So them pissing about. How is this music? Well, that's a question for the ages, isn't it? You crack on. There's 200 plus pages of stuff about Colossus already on the Patreon. Yeah, you're not wrong, lad. Right, so. Sort of a creature unknown. No. I know what it is, but how do I word it? So step. Oh, mana. Do. To walk beneath bones as ancient as the dragons. Oh, yes, dramatic. What structure? Beast. Not so much. Oh, to be more specific. Yeah. When The Highlands. With an olive branch. Olive branch. Still got 71,000 gravy bones. Perfect time to name a load of NPCs. Sawdust Swearwords. Why no stream last night? Alright, so short version. I went over my schedule with my job and the channel and other stuff we do outside the channel, and I'd spent maybe less than 2 hours with Becky in 9 days, where it was just me and Bex, no kids, no work, no streaming, no writing, no distractions of anything else. So I was like, sorry, I might as well spend a bit of time with the wife. So we just chilled out, talked rubbish, drank some pop, played some games. No, she watched some stuff, I played some games, but we talked to each other, Sawdust, we talked to each other. So yeah, so it was nice. Longer version is, I'm probably going to move Pathfinder Second Ed to once a fortnight, maybe, possibly. Just to give that a Saturday night off. Because at the minute, my days are 25 hours long and my weeks are 8 days long. So it's just not happening. God damn it, Jim. I'm a physicist. Can I play YouTube songs on Twitch? I don't think I can I? I don't want with an olive branch. How do I word that, chat? This big creature came to them with peaceful intent. Yeah, there we go. We'll go with that. Had come from far across the lands and seas in the west. That's too many hours, Eddie. I know, Tess. Rubber ducky for the greats. Gotta have your chill time soon. Yep, that's what I'm told. So yeah, and it's nice. It's nice. You're gonna have to have someone review your writing later on anyway, right? So just get the ideas down and go from there. That's very true. But I don't want to put too much work on them having a look at it. So if I just write bullet points, Rob's probably going to stab me. Whereas if I can get, 80, 90, if I'm feeling frisky, % of what I'm actually trying to say, then Rob's work is lessened. That's the theory anyway. Right, so it's come from far across the lands and seas. I can't even spell west for crying out loud. And the west. Myth and legend has it. It's saved the talents and placed and all. It and all. Yeah! Of not apocalyptic, that's a bit bad. Give me another. Is Josh Medea still on? Creature of the dead bones. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll sort that, Tess. It come right across the land season, the West Myth legend has it that it saved the Toans to place Smallness back as an avalanche. of an avalanche of yeah. Can't think of. Fuck it. Oh. I have no idea how to spell this word. Not like that. What did I do? Calm lockdown. Alright, screw you. On its box, an avalanche of apocalyptic proportions. Sweep down from Pride Mountains. Willing to share stories, song, whispers, anything. Not required. Required either 1 to 1 or crowns. Yeah, we can work that later. Right, so to step into all this is to walk beneath bones as ancient as the dragons themselves. The structure is that. There's a skull of a gargantuan behemoth. When folk of the Highlands first encountered the gargantuan creature, yeah, okay. Nope. The thick forehead. Forehead and cheekbones. Hooray! To fill other gaps. The teeth make the lower. There we go. Here we go. The lower jaw. Sits slightly above ground, creating a continuity of sorts. Where the crowds sit upon the many stools. It is said that stools are the teeth of the behemoth, despite the size discrepancy. God. Sounds. Thankfully, I've got a diploma in translating heavy. I've heard about the. Tasty want to give cherry something epic proportions, apocalyptic. Thankfully, I've got a diploma. Yes, it's a very, very handy test. It's a day we have a sit-down meeting with Paizo and Wizard of the Coast, and I've got to translate American Northern. Right. Focus on the system of privileges in the Toans. Here it's a very open with share story. It spoke of the beasts and their way of life in the land of Chuck Ruani. For you lot, we already know what Chuck Ruani is. So, yes. In fact, it was issue 9, 10, 9? I can't remember. But yeah, it was issue 9 or 10. There's one of the few that wandered. Right, so that's what I know for myself. Right. As expected, the Toan Highlanders were grateful for the saving of their people and swapped as much. It was over similar people, and they named the behemoth. It's already got a name. What do you call it? Like nickname it. Name the behemoth. Cour, the Dragonborn barbarian. Oh yeah, I forgot you're playing there, aren't you?
It's gravy time.
Gravy time. Well, we got going on here. Drasmodea is now following. Thank you. Just saw the Roman Dragonborn idea, and it's not too dissimilar to my own Dragonborn model. Ooh, nice, nice. Oh, hang on. Drasmodea. Oh, sugar me. When did that happen? Can't believe it. We're at the 500 mark. We're now on 503 followers. Hang on, let me refresh that. And Yeah, we're now on 503 followers. Oh, I can't believe I didn't even know. Yay! Well, thank you very much for the follow, Josby. Oh, yes! Gravy time! Let's get some gravies on there. Ba-ba-ba. Get my own gravies out. Oh. Ooh. HWGDM screens. I'm all for that, lad. Right. Right, what was I doing? I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna change it up. Let's Elven Vale by Night. Let's around the campfire. That's a bit. Let's have a peaceful evening. Oh, that's just chuffing. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, just deafened myself. You need to be turned down a bit, I think. I'm not create naturally, they create like to create magical super soldier, and whole regiments of them were sold to the highest bidder. That's pretty cool. Yeah, these elven monks, Jesus, nearly killed me. Right. How's that? Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't like that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get it in the market, shall we? Huh? Everyone loves a super soldier. Right, so they named the behemoth. Right, so as with living things, they eventually pass. Right, this music's annoying me. I'm going to go back to Tavern. Quiet corner near the fire. I'm going to do. Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have that, Jesus. That's a lot more manageable. Right. I will say, this is not the end product. His taunt of memory. So the first of that. Nope. The first one. Potentially we're going to switch what we're doing. Oh man, my message. Information for 2021 Arcane Script Year of the Everhammer. Crappy fire is nice. Theme the issues around the focus on a specific place. This way we can explore the world, whole world, rather than bits at a time. Revisit bits people liked. Mel, he wasn't here, but if they played a little longer, he would have been. Oh Rob, that sounds great. That's cool. It is a date. I'm so looking forward to Year of the Everhammer. Right, so Year of the Everhammer is the Everhammer is the creator, is that the right word, of the Titan Anvil. Right, how am I going to it is a... Is he in lively? Not just saying the same thing. Lively place. Within the... Tell what we're doing. I'm nearly done with this for now. Then we'll move on to something else. I don't know if that'll be now one from there. It is, you bastard. Right, I'll go back through and do that. Always wanted to know his degrees and the tales all about each clan and tribe of the Toan Highlands. Select a few use responsibility. Is to collect as much as we can of the verbal variety. Yeah, I always miss the verbal variety. It is then shared. Yes. Clan Timber Carrier, Bucky, I miss you. Alright. January will bring us Celestials and Stars, February Herbs and Flora, March the Dead and Graves, April Mercenaries and Mounts, May Wondrous Items and the Fey Among Us, and June Festivals and Poetry. I shall add it to my to-do list, Roberto. Right, so let's have a scope. Sorry, I'm going to read this in me. Passing on. So ritualistic. Pens. Piece of tartan or board. That's probably not right. Board upon canvas or board design upon canvas of every clan and tribe that's ever claimed its self canvas. Upon a canvas? Upon a canvas. What the bloody hell is that? Hey, oh. Yes. Twice a year. Twice a year. As many as wish it can attend the festival of memory. I quite like it just being called the Festival of Memory. Maybe I should. Nah, we've got to keep it. We've got to keep it in bloody thing, haven't we? Yeah, let's do that. Festival. It's a bit weird. Jesus. Yeah, we will add phonetics to the finished product. Oh, Christ. Party to share memories. Oh yeah, there's my bullet points test. This is at both the summer and winter solstice. Again, for physics and accuracy, this may change. This is the quickest way to describe the best huge party with lots of singing and storytelling. Open to all ages. Right, so I'm going to move on from that. Right, so basically, what we've done now is the thing. So we've plucked that out of the Toan Highlands sort of culture, background, etc. And it is the Eolas, which is a verbal library. They don't write anything down. They remember it, they pass it on, they tell stories, they tell poems, they sing to each other, and all that information, lore, history, etc. is passed on by these Nyarks. And if you're a young'un, you could possibly take that honour and get a job for life. It's on the highest hill in Toa. The hill is said to be raised as beneath it. There's this high as it is. Alright, that's as high as. Hang on. Right, that don't make sense, but I'll change that. The hills are high because their bear god, deity, sleeps beneath, and the hill has grown over its back. The hill has grown over its sleeping form. There we go. I shall. Restructure. There we go. I'll know what that means. Oh, fuck it. The paragraph. Right, cool. Right, so you've got the sleeping god under it. Right, sleeping bear deity under the hill. The Eolas itself is a skull of a gargantuan behemoth from the west. Lands are Trupruani. It is a behemoth of story, song, whispers, etc. Anything that involves sound passing from one being to another in a understandable and likeable manner. One-to-one or crowds. It spoke of the beasts and their way of life in the land of Trukurani, which in turn spilled into the already... And what do you call it, like animal? Is it zoo summit? Oh, what's the word for it? Which in turn spilled into the already animal heavy pantheon. Faith of the Toans. I can look at that as well. Because it saved their life when the avalanche came down for the Pride Mountains. Did I write that? Ah, yeah, I did. Pride Mountains. We know what that is. It's Pride Mountains is, so if you imagine the continent, you've got the Toan Highlands that are like here. The Pride Mountains span across east to west and separate that Toan Highlands from Viconia and Savai, which is the snowy tundra, Arctic places of the world. And then you have the Pride Mountains, which they themselves will get an issue of Arcane Script, hopefully, because they're an entire culture to themselves. You have the mountain shepherds, you have the Bolshoi, which are described to many as baby mountains. So yeah, so hopefully we'll get to see some of them. Anyway, the behemoth shared all the stories, etc. When it saved them, they, I don't know the word for naming it or nicknaming it, Samson, after one of their adventuring heroes, which I will go into detail later on. As with all living things, passed on, so it taught its talent of memory to a halfling named Targ of Clan Timbercarry, the first Niarch. Within Eolas, it's always lively, always singing and dancing, people constantly passing information backwards and forwards. Rob, if I'm saying stuff I haven't written down, please remember this and we'll write it down. Yeah, and there's a physical representation of everything in there. Twice a year they get together, winter, summer, have a massive party, piss up, probably not for the kids, but who knows, halflings might be, you know. And yeah, it's just a huge party where people pass on memories. Right, that's the thing, which will probably get bigger, but we'll see. Right, so after that, we got a few things that we go through, basically. So, cool. So we have a thing. What I'll probably add to this, which I'll do afterwards, because it's 9:15 on all this stuff, so they dubbed a different way of saying the name. I hope I've been... Social member did you play that long? It would have been. Right. Alright, yeah, so that's. Ooh. Clan Timbercarry. AD played a halfling barbarian druid rogue every class eventually in our original Tuesday campaign, pre-H3. Was from Clan Timbercarry. He used to open doors with his face, it was great. So, what's happened to Puskins, or what have you got planned, heavyweight? Puskins is in Colossus officially. And depending on what the Saturday night Pathfinder party do, they may or may not get to meet Puskins. How do we tell them? Well, Puskins died. Nah. Yeah, it was horrible. Don't listen to Sawdust. When you say far amount us, what? What? Right, I think he means fair among us, but you've written it in a great way. So, animalistic pantheon. What did I write? What did I write? Animal heavy pantheon. Yeah, animalistic. There we go. Animalistic pantheon / faith for the Toans. What are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry, I'm just going through chat. Animal menagerie. That's a good one. Yeah, yes. Oh god. Corduroy Anarchy. I probably said that wrong. My apologies. Ah, right, there we go. That makes more sense to me now. Get it on to teachers, yes. The different way of saying autocorrect change fit. Alright, cool. Ah, yeah, I got you were making a joke about Among Us. It just wasn't funny, Sawdust. So, yeah. Right. Yeah, so now we've done the thing. What we move on to next. So we have the overview of this place, the Toan Highlands. We write a bit of history on it. Bear in mind, what we do with Arcane Script is a very high level look, almost bird's eye view look of what's going on in these particular lands. So then further down the line, when we pick a particular thing, we can put a magnifying glass over it and zoom right in and get more information on that instead of writing 200 pages every month, which, you know, Rob's tried to do. But so you have a bit of history. We throw in government, basically how the place is run. If they have a religion, that gets thrown in as well, and they do. That's not how you spell it. Is that how you spell it? That's not how you spell religion. How do you spell religion? How do you spell? I don't like that. R-I-L-I R-E-L-I-G. Alright, I spelled it right. Cool. We'll never speak of it again. We'll do a bit about their religion. Because these lot are clan based and tribal based, we've got the clans and tribes, and there are differences which we'll get to. So actually I'll put this here like so, because that'll be on its sync. We also throw in some adverts, so if anyone's got a little small business that they want advertising, please hit us up. We do the races, and I get that obviously the majority of RPGs, D&D, Pathfinder, the two obviously we play on the channel the most, will have a race and then like sub-races, a bit of, what's the word? Like a different ancestry or a different variant or whatever. So we try to come up with those variants for, in this case, halflings and gnomes. So whereas you'll probably get rock gnomes or lightfoot halflings in the standard RPG games, we might go with, I don't know, bone halflings or, well, Jesus, let's not put that in a sentence. We'll get there. When I get there, we'll think of it. But yeah, that's why I've got people for this sort of stuff. But we also do the other races beyond that. So the majority of Toan Highlands is gnomes and halflings, but they have got humans. They have shifters. They have lizard folk, were creatures. Were creatures is common. You get quite a lot of earth genasi rocking around. So what we try and do is throw them in there, and then we add our own flavours of those particular races. So for example, we had the Tabaxi, so the cat folk, in Wizard of the Coast book, over in Vey, and we had two flavours. I've just brought it up now. Two flavours of Tabaxi that had a very specific, this is how a Tabaxi looks from Vey, this is the culture behind that Tabaxi, instead of just going, I'm a cat person from Vey. So yeah, we do stuff like that. We try, on some of the races we'll put stats in, like, we don't do the physical stats, like physical, you know, the attributes, we don't do like strength and all that, or at least we try to basically, I suppose, copy D&D and a lot of other people that, you know, you put your stats where you want. I mean, generally some people may be stronger just because, you know, their dad's a northerner. But we'll leave that to yourselves. But like size, speed, any particular racial traits, for example, if you're amphibious, you can breathe underwater and probably harder to drown. Whereas if you've got wings, you can probably fly. There's probably a more smoother way of saying that, but you know what I mean. Right, so we've got the races, then we get some subclasses going on. We love the subclasses. I've got to thinking of them. I'm not good at writing the meta. So I'm just going from a little to-do list. Subclasses. NPCs that are cool to know. Threats that you may find. Oh yeah. Threats that you may find. I quite like writing the threats. We try to throw in some like stat blocks of like homebrew monsters and stuff that we've done, which is pretty cool. Or at least I think it's pretty cool. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Let's read some of that. Items, places. Possible hooks. So what we did on the latest one, right? So if I scroll up here, here's one I prepared earlier. So what we tend to do at the end of the Arcane Script magazines is put a. There's been a few NPC name drops in this chat for you to have a look at. A nice one. Terrain issues as well as monsters. Yeah, the threats in there is environmental as well. Environmental, like in your face with a sword, etc. So many flavors of bone. Goddamn else. Chaos reigns on the many accounts. I never know which one I'm signed in as device. Yeah, I got that when you announced part of the thing, but thanks for that. Thanks for that, Rob. Right, so. Although, if you're deaf or blind, you're already playing in hardboard, I guess. Well, yeah. But Daredevil is a prime example of playing it in easy mode, because if he turned up, he's going to whoop everyone. So we do an overview at the end of each Arcane Script. Yep. We've got the we do a capital, which some places don't have a capital. So the particular Toan Highlands, they don't have a capital. They meet at the in the valley, and they meet at a place which means one for all. What they're well known for: halflings, gnomes, tartan festivals, hand-to-hand experts. Oh yeah, we'll get to the gnomes, the brutai. Celestial creatures, woodwork, druids, barbarians, bards, tribal communities, axes is a big thing for them. Reincarnation, clans, animal deities. This is at the end of an issue of Arcane Script to let you know what's coming. So it's about a page long. Quick brief. Toan Highlands are exactly this: sprawling mass of rolling hills, deep valleys. I'll be grabbing this. Deep valleys as far as the eye can see. The gnomes and halflings that live here take residence both within the hills and atop of them. Many hamlets are dotted among the hills and sat in the valleys, with roaming tribes and clans travelling from hamlet to hamlet. A variety of tartan and woad colorations separate the different tribes and clans, and here we see the halfling mount, the gnome in its natural habitat. Druidic magic is part of everyday life and revered as a religion through the Highlands, with strong beliefs of the soul returning as a creature of the land to then return as a halfling or none, and forever repeat the cycle, unless one is lucky enough for their soul to rest eternally in Tala and Moor, a great feasting hall with endless music, drink, food and merriment. If only Valhalla was a thing. Animalistic personalities and cultures fill the lives of the Toans. Words like alpha, pack, cubs, den are such words used often. Brilliant England there. The ability to defend oneself and clan is highly regarded, and thus what outsiders would refer to as monks, the Toans call the brutai, highly skilled unarmed warriors. The Toan Highlands is one of the only places that the Fae reside fully in the material realm. Yep. So what people, as a tribal based society, would they not have a pseudo capital based around a dwarf keep that produces a vital metal, or an area where certain animals are only found? We shall see. Medea, we shall see. So the cool thing about the fair in the Toan Highlands is, those of you that may or may not have watched our other D&D sessions and such, the party have discovered and been to, there are 5 fair realms where you literally step from material realm to a fair realm. So there are 5 hardcore, this is a fair realm. And they cross between the veil, the barriers, you know, the borders, whatever you want to call it, between material and fair realm number X. Now, that's because they're truly of the fair, that like their essence is bound to the fair realm. We're getting a bit made up magic here, but you know what I mean. Whereas the fair in the Toan Highlands are as real and not dreamlike as the halfling next to you. So, I'm quite looking forward to seeing how the twist we've done on it is they are celestial fae. So, these fae reside fully in the material realm. They do, however, have the power to pull folks into their own pocket dimensions. Right? Now, this pocket dimension is a pint-sized part of the celestial realm, which we'll get into when we write about them. And they link across to the other realms. So they get that weird crossover that they are fae, that, you know, they're celestial cousins, basically. And they're descended from Tomlin, which is the first halfling. And Omriel Ella de Moor, who was the first ASMR. So, for those of you that don't know what an ASMR is, they are a celestial-blooded humanoid. Somewhere along the lines, their granddad, grandma, etc. got it on with an angel, according to D&D law, or Pathfinder law, etc. Tomlin's the first halfling. We can do more stuff. You'll probably learn about it in issue 1 of Year of the Everhammer, so next year in January, about the Celestials and such. But Omriel El Demore was the first light, basically, and first wielder of light is a more accurate description. So Omriel and Tomlin were the ones, they're the reason that the Celestial Fae exist, and are cousins to the Fae. There you go. There we go. There we go. So, interesting things about the Toan Highlands. As you can see, Grove of the First Kelpie, which I cannot wait. ROB means literally that. Rob's going to write that. And I can't wait for you guys to react to his idea. Living Song. Yep, bardic druids are very popular throughout the Highlands and often spin tales through music, singing, or a force of voice. Clan and tribal historical tellings are common. When these bards start, they tap into the spirits of their ancestors, and the tales physically manifest before them, acting out said tale backed by the enchanting presence of the listeners. Right, that last bit might be a bit wordy, but essentially, when they perform their retelling, there is almost a arcane play unfolds in front of them, and you can see the creatures and people they're talking about moving around all around them. Very Ewoky. Home to home, every single hamlet, whether it be dug into the hills or built on the surface, connects to another. So you can literally travel all over the Toan Highlands via, or so they believe, via all the tunnels and pathways that they've built, dug, made, whatever, and they connect to each other. And they pride themselves on this community, which is a cool thing for later on, because they're all very clan and tribal based, but the extension of that is the community of Toa. And the conflict they have between clan and tribe is almost entertaining rather than hateful. And then we do a few example characters that you could possibly play. If you were to play in, or if you wanted to, you know, run it by your DM, or as a DM you fancied using this particular flavour of world that we write. So you've got become one of the Oran Beor, or Beor, and they're the druidic bards. They travel from hamlet to hamlet, clan to tribe, etc., spreading stories for coin of favour, and they'll take a caravan far and wide to learn more stories of the world beyond the Highlands, and then they'll share the stories of the Highlands with the world, and the stories of the world back with the Highlanders. Or you could play a Brutai. They're always sought after. Entertainment, protection, instruction, masters of the gnomish knowledge of hand to hand. They head into the valleys seeking out threats and removing them. They face champions of other tribes and clans, and they demonstrate their skill. So yeah. You could also, which I haven't put a tagline on it for, but living solo among the woodlands of the valleys, you can harness your inner rage. You can let it build before taking on aspects of the animal spirits you share the woods with. And you can use them to survive the winter or to ruin threats. Entwine your rage with the spirits. So that is the barbarian side. So what Rob doesn't know yet is the barbarian flavour that the halflings have managed to master is they are able to take on the essence of one of the celestial fae and channel it into generally combat when you're throwing in a barbarian who rages. So you can take on the urge, the flavour, the presence, the particular power of the celestial fae that you have like linked yourself to, and that comes out through your rage. So yeah. So this overview here, was at the end of last week's issue, but most of it will go back into this main issue, and then we'll expand on it. Yeah. So I'm going to grab my over. Hey, look at that! He's in. As you can see, Roberto himself is on the document adding stuff, or the ego ticks, right? Hopefully be better named, but brilliant. You're going to love them. If Tony is watching, the ego ticks are basically because of what you've been doing on a Friday. So the Paladin of Oath, the Paladin, Oath of Guilt, Monk, Way of the Ward. I'll add Barbarian to that. Celestial page. There you go. Rob can work that out in any way he deems fit. Right, so I'm going to grab the overview from up here, or the brief. Oh, from the letter T. What time are we on? 35. Right, I'm going to make a brew. I'm going to make a brew. Right, cool. Overview. There you go. Oh, bye-bye. I could get a bit of that. Right. Do love scalds. Big fan of scalds. Yeah, tribal doesn't really say anything about that, I think. And anyway, they might be hunter gatherers wrong, I suppose, but there might be a specific part of the environment where they would gather for their intermittent storytelling contest. Alright, cool. Ah, yes, we love the fair. Don't say thanks for a club award. I think that the mainly is for and the Grove of the First Kelpie. Yeah, Roberto. I may have missed that. Consider I'm gaming right now. Cool. While Heavy's making a brew, we are happy to take a bunch of questions for him to return and answer. Yes! So I'm basically just going to mute myself, and then I'm going to go make a brew. So hopefully no sound will come through to yourselves. You have the kettle boiling. But yeah, get a lot of questions down. If it's something you want to know about Colossus, get it in there. If you want to know about Toa, get it in there. If you want to know anything about the subjects that Arcane put up before, with the months coming, get it all up there. Campaigns, characters, anything like that. Just anything that you want to know, get it all down, and I'll be back. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. So behave yourselves. we go. That'll do. Wow, still 13 of you watching. Yeah, lunatics. Right, anyway, I'm back. I'm Meadowbrook. There we go. Right, so. Questions. Right, Rob has sent me the questions. Are there any plans for a Wednesday 1/2 shot stream in the works? Yes. Moving on. So, the immediate one. So we've got a couple of things coming up. There is a gentleman across the water in the States that has asked us to do a review of his 5th edition D&D 5th edition homebrew stuff for Dalrenth, it's called. So I've been given some information to have a look at that, so I'll go through it and I'll get together a we'll have a review session basically. We'll do that. Hello, Angela Luna. No punch. So yeah, so we're going to do that. So we're going to do a review of that on a Wednesday. Because Wednesday's the one-shot day. Also, out this Wednesday is Pathfinder 2nd Edition's Beginner's Box. Now, I'm going to grab you a link off the old YouTube. Because this might come through on the thing. Let me just see if I can. Maybe not. I'm so looking forward to this coming out. Yeah, it's this one. There we go. So check this out. If you are into RPGs and you want to get into Pathfinder 2nd Edition, check that link out. It is such a cool looking thing that's coming out. As soon as it's out, I'm getting out of it, and then I will be running. I'll be looking for players that have never played Pathfinder 2nd Edition before, and then I will DM them through the beginner's adventure that's in there, obviously live streamed on a Wednesday, and basically we'll see how well it holds up. I've got a lot of faith in it. Paizo, they churn out some absolutely amazing stuff, and because I'm the only one here, no one can butt in. But basically, I'm a big fan of RPGs. My two current 3 favourite. I really like 5th edition as a rule set because I find it very fast and it complements my style. But I really like Pathfinder 2nd editions. Slow it down a bit and think more. So I'm a big fan of both rule systems. Pathfinder 2nd edition, I played a lot of Pathfinder, but I've only just recently, this year basically, started playing Pathfinder 2nd edition. It's not even that, I think it only came out end of last year. Someone will have correct me. But yeah, check it out. Check out that. Check out the YouTube link. Go and have a look at it. If you are looking for a game that is still got your elements of high fantasy and such, but you want to, what's the word? More like chess, basically. When you get into certain encounters, there's a bit more thinking to it rather than point and click. But yeah, I cannot recommend Pathfinder 2nd Edition enough. It's on par for me with 5th Ed. So 5e and Pathfinder 2nd Ed, I love them both 50-50. Unless I'm with a particular friend of mine and then I just like winding him up. But yeah, so go check it out. It's so the beginner's box drops on the 11th. It's something like $40, $49. You can look at Paizo.com. Go check out the stuff. There's gaming stores around the place. You can check out our sponsor, justgames.gg. They'll sell it as well. As soon as I get hold of that, I'll be running a Wednesday X amount of sessions to go through the beginner's box and introduce 4 or 5 brand new players to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So we're looking forward to that. Also, it means that when I am doing Paizo stuff on a Wednesday, it means I'm not conflicting with other Paizo stuff as we do on a Saturday. So that'd be cool. So there's the review of Dalrenth, the Pathfinder Beginner's Box. Rob, Mr. Arcane himself, is going to do a few more one-shots. I'm going to say it. We're looking to do a Starfinder Not campaign, just adventuring. Get a decent adventure of maybe 4 sessions. I'll let Rob decide because Rob's going to run Starfinder, so we'll be looking for players for that as well, which is the high science fiction side of Pathfinder. So yeah, really cool rule set as well. Does some cool stuff with stamina points instead of hit points and stuff like that. So yeah, so we're looking at Starfinder. Jesus Christ. And there's a few other stuff that we'd like to do, like 1 or 2 shots of RPGs that don't get as much exposure. So we'll look at them and throw them on there and see what happens. But yeah, right, cool. So where are we on here? Right, the history. Right, so there's an overview. I've already gone through the overview with you earlier on, and you can see it there to have a little read. With all the things you are putting and having put so far, what are you most proud of or most looking forward to adding? Most proud of? As cheesy as it is, just like the channel, basically. So yeah, so I'm very proud of I'm very proud of what we just heavyweight gaming. So a couple of years ago, we threw something together, and we played a couple of games. We tried to stream it on a laptop that probably needed 3 amps to run on a wheel. It didn't really work, so we binned it off. I've always liked watching other people play and other stories unfold. I just like stories. So most proud of is just how far we started off. There was 4 viewers in March, and 3 of them were us. And you know what I mean. And one of them were my work phone. But now we're getting a few viewers. We have a nice little community. People are making references to the stories that we tell throughout the week, which is unbelievable. I've been in a field camping, doing LARP and stuff, and I had someone come up to me and actually refer to me as heavy. So that was cool. That was before this even started snowballing. So I'm just proud of how the community's like coming along and growing and jumping up and, well, forcing us to tell more stories basically. So it's cool. It's really cool. Regarding Colossus as the world, I'm proud that we're just putting out content. It's all right talking with your mates over a brew, but yeah, it's really cool to see actual content go out to people who want to see it, who are voting on stuff that we want to see. By the way, you can vote on what we write about if you're a patron. Just saying, little cheesy segue there. But yeah, so yeah, I'm proud of the fact that we've got Arcane Script, and basically anything that's got a paladin or a barbarian, I'm proud of. Most looking forward to adding Dragonborn. I can't wait for Dragonborn. December's going to be cool. Get the Dragonborn in there and learn all about how I'm a big believer in, someone's always said it before, but it's the way you say it. So there'll be always similarities that somebody will see in what they read, write, hear, etc. But I just think we're better at telling it. So yeah. So I can't wait for that. I'm so keen to get the Dragonborn out there. And dwarves. I like dwarves. Are you going to add more magical and mundane items for players to use? Yeah, of course I am. It's bloody, it's Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Carbon 2185, which is Cyberpunk. It just gives you all those options to throw that out there. So yeah, definitely. I'm again a sucker for stories. So I don't want a +1 sword. I want to know whose father it belonged to, what stone it was pulled from. You know what I mean? Did some poor lass in a lake have to swim up and give it to someone that was, gonna die anyway? But yeah, I'm a big fan of. I want the story behind the weapon. I don't care if it's a bloody spoon or a great axe. I want to know about it. So when those items come in place, even the mundane stuff. I really like wondrous items that do nothing but everything. So for example, we've got a Autumn's Fall scarf that we put in our Tuesday game, and it's got a cool meta power, but it also has on reflex reacts to how you want to wear it. So if for a moment you think, I'll wrap it around my neck, it reacts and wraps around. If you want to hang it loose over your shoulders, it hangs over your shoulders. It just reacts with you, which is nothing, but I think it's pretty cool. Favourite Colossus NPC you've written about, but hasn't been released yet? Ooh. How do you answer that without dropping in some stuff? Sinis, your magical spoon is Zek. I want that scarf in real life. It's a pretty good scarf, to be fair, Luce. I can't Raiwan. I can't pronounce your Welsh flavour. But yeah, so little mundane items like that. I mean, everyone's heard a Critical Role, but I really like Mercer's Cloak of Billowing. Just, you know, it just looks dramatic. It's just cool. Just little stuff like that. It's really cool. Eternal filling, you know, tankards and all that sort of stuff. They're really cool. But I want a story. I want to know why. I don't want someone, you know, putting them on a bloody mass produce. Anyway, moving on. Favourite Colossus NPC you've written about, but hasn't been released yet? See, that's a cheeky one, because what if I want the players on my Tuesdays and Saturdays to meet? Favourite one?
It's gravy time.
Subscribe. Thank you very much for the subscription. Oh, that's I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. How is website creation going? The website is created. It's just not. It's bare. It's not completed. So it's created. I've got stuff on there. I've got some artwork. We've got a calendar on there, so I can start on the thing. We've got our shop on there. That'll start linking to stuff for like Redbubble if you want clothes and such. We've got our pins that I've put somewhere. Yeah, so we've got a little shop going on there. We've got an events page, so you can see what we're doing calendar-wise. We've got... my questions have gone. There we go. We've got... what's the word? Artwork on there. We're going to have a section for all the characters and have their little bios on there, so you get to see, you know, what class they pick, their little backstories and stuff like this. What else? Yeah. Look, and you know, it's coming along. It's really cool. It's not something I've ever done before, but it's really cool. I'll actually be working on it on Monday. That's cool. Any plans for a Christmas holiday special stream? Yes. For starters, this year's shit. So yeah, so we'll definitely be looking at doing a Christmas one shot. Last year, for where I used to work, we did a Christmas one-shot and we all got to play the Naughty Kids, which was very cool. And I tried to kill Mrs. Claus, but she was harder than me. So, but yeah, so we will definitely be doing a Christmas one or two shot, maybe a couple. I'll probably pause the normal viewing over like that holiday period, and we'll try and get some cool, you know, one-shot stuff going. For people that are available and want to do so. Any plans for yeah, that's cool. Right, so favourite Colossus NPC that you've written about that hasn't been released yet. Right, just give me a moment because his name's a bit of a mouthful. He's been met in the Tuesday campaign, and I just need to find him. There we go. So he may be written about in December's issue, but I'm a big fan. Oh, let's scroll. Don't you lot be? Oh no, you can't see it. It's on the wrong page. Great. Ooh. Ooh. One I'm quite fond of is Captain Berrimond. He's a Minotaur, and he's a captain of the guard in Ebbendorf, who I'd just like to put out there has been there years before any other famous Minotaurs you may have met in other thingies. So I did it first. Not that bitter. Bitter, I tell you. Right, so where is he? Where is he? Right, so he is a Ebon Dragonborn. So what you'll notice in December, and as you see them progress in our things, we don't, our dragons and Dragonborn and that sort of flavour are not black, white, blue, yellow, black, white, blue, green, black, white, blue, red. Jesus. and we don't do like bronze, copper, bladder. You might get the metallic side, but we've gone for like things of the earth. Like if they can be bronze, copper, iron, ruby, sapphire, etc. Stones, go for gemstones. Yeah. This dragonborn's an ebon dragonborn. So across his scales, you'll see elements of ebon. You know, these gemstone ebon like popping through on his scales and stuff like this. It's very obvious he's an ebon dragonborn. His name is Legatus Decius Viridius Proceus. Yes. I love that. Legatus Decius Viridius Proceus. And he is kind of a bigwig in the land of Coran, sorry. So yeah, so that's that one. Dragon lore, I'm listening. Gemstones, dragons, that's all you need to know for now. But yeah, so I don't have any more questions. That's good. Well, not good, but you know what I mean. Cool. Right, so of course he's a Minotaur. Well, yeah. He's been around for years. Husband to a murdered wife, father to a murdered son, and he will have his revenge in D&D or Pathfinder. Show the Dragonborn teaser pic. Alright, 2 seconds. We'll get rid of that. Right. Right, so we have a lass called, she goes by the name of Friday. She's been a friend of ours for years, and she's done all the cover art all year for Arcane Script. And obviously she's done the Ward Brothers that you see in the top corner. For those of you that have just appeared, bye. She drew that, which is cool. Yeah, she is incredible. Her art is also on our website when I get it all sorted. Right, so what am I doing? What do you want to see? Alright, here we go. Bam. Here we go. Oh, it's just ridiculous. So this is, I don't know how well it'll show up on. Yeah, but we'll give it a go. So we have, so our cover art on Arcane Script. Oh, what the fuck? What have I done? Let's get rid of that. That's not what I wanted. Wow. Let's try that again. Professional. And no, Sawdust. But I can show you other artwork. Where is it? Right, so this is just the teaser. Don't know if, let me get that there, see if people can see. So what we've done is the classes. So what we've done is our 12, I think we've got 13 actually with the Ward Brothers. Our 13 iconic characters within the world of Colossus represent Arcane Script. So, for example, I can't remember which issue it was, but it was one of the first. You'll have Adranus Janus, who is one of the iconic characters throughout Colossus. You'll get to meet the Ward Brothers, etc. So we'll get a very nice, similar to the Ward Brothers, colour variation of that. I don't know how well you can see. They have a mechanical right arm. I'm going to get rid of that now. Mechanical right arm and such. Oh, that's good. There we go. Very. But yeah, and they are an artificer. So when it's fully coloured and you've got the POW, we'll be able to show it. But yes, and Lord, has she spent. Oh yeah, the scales are ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. That she's drawn all the scales with variations of gemstone shape to them. Ridiculous. But yeah, So yeah, so all the characters that you see on Arcane Script cover are the iconic characters of Colossus, and they will also go up on the website with their own bios and details of who they are, where they come from. So we tell them, you know, we're from Yorkshire. But yeah, so you'll get to see all that. So that'll be cool. But yeah, I think that's it for questions. So yeah, what a guy. I've written about him, but he's not yet been released to the big wide world. Legatus Decius Viridius Proceus. And he's already met my Tuesday lot. But I'm a big fan of his. I also like my 7-foot lizard folk ex-barbarian Crixus. But I'm a simple chap. So, let's crack on. Right, so we've got here overview. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Alright chat, what would you like me to write about next while we've got you? We've got about an hour before I bin it off. I reckon, because it's Sunday evening. I know the lockdown's fudged a lot of people, but I've got to go. What shall we write about next? Beastbound feats. Ooh, I like that. Necromancy birds. Cool. So your topics are history, government, religion, the clans and tribes, some of the subclass stuff. Obviously, Nell's fingers. Yeah, places of interest. Items. Yeah. Races. Right. Yeah, so what do you want to know about? What shall we write? What shall we write? Let me get rid of this stuff. First come, first served. Right, cool. You've all gone quiet. I'll take that as a maybe. Right, I'm just going to pick... In fact, I'm going to roll a dice. I'm going to start one at the top, and then I'm going to just pick something. As a trial to deem themselves worthy, have them go north into the wilds to kill a beast and bring its hide back as a rite of passage. What? Yeah, that's a possible hook there, Dwarf Warrior, but... You know, I'm writing, you know, the fluff of the magazine. What would you like? What should I write about? What of these subjects should I write? Not write an adventure. Right, so what did I get? Get out of it. Right, cool. So, 6 is subclass. So would you like me to write about, while you guys are, you know, thingy, we can do the Barbarian Path of the Fair Touched. Right, I can write some fluff on that. I won't be writing stats though. We'll add the stats in later when we've realised we've made it too powerful or not powerful enough. What are you lot thinking? I'm just trying to think. Alright, the government side. Let me start dragging all this stuff down. So yeah, let's get all this down here. What it's known for. That's always a good one. So this stuff will obviously needs to be in the main issue. Right, let's know for a brief. We've already got that. Right, yeah, cool. Bam, bam, bam. Has it stopped? Oh, my why is that not refreshing? My thing is stopped refreshing. Didn't even know you lot were still talking. Sweet, let's go. Are there any plans to make the e-zine into a physical book, or is it dependent on money? Yes. Literally that. So, we do have plans. So we toyed with the idea of, at the end of the year, putting all the Arcane Script we'd written into a physical book, and if people wish to put it out, boom. Hey, I'm going to get this more on. Browmonts. Hello. Hello, Browmonts. How's it going? It's going well. It's going well. We are world building. Or at least I'm world building, and this lovely bunch are keeping me entertained while I do so. Why is that not? Alright, yeah, because it's delayed, you fool. Right. So we were, sorry Sawdust, we were contemplating putting the year's Arcane Script into a single physical entity and selling it on, but that would, again, we'd require funds to turn it into a physical entity in the hope, and you don't really buy one, in the hope that other people would buy it, so we're not out of pocket, because obviously this is a project of passion. But yeah, we are currently focusing on creating Tasha's heavier cauldron of bits and bobs, which if you'll have seen Wizard of the Coast's advertisements, D&D Beyond and stuff like that, you'll have seen Tasha's cauldron of stuff. So we're currently working on that to release, and that'll be a physical and digital availability. Roberto can correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, so we're throwing that out, so that's going to be cool. And Friday is the artist of all the cover photos is doing the cover of Tasha's Heavier Cauldron as well, so bits and bobs. So that'll be cool. I've seen the concept for it. I'm not going to tease you with it because I want her to finish. I'm not teasing you with it. That. We are also looking to Tasha's Heavier Cauldron of Bits and Bobs is only digital for now. There you go. I stand corrected. What we are looking into from a physical side of things though, and this is obviously Corona set aside and all this, we've got a couple of things in the pipeline that are physical. One is a virtual con. So yeah, maybe not as physical as whatever, but we are going to run a virtual heavy con. So that'll be coming out shortly in the new year, where we will get artists, cosplayers, small businesses. We'll get them all in a big virtual rooms and stuff where you can go see them and talk to them individually without having to listen to 30 other people talk. And we'll do that. So that's going to happen. Pretty physical. Yeah, the heavy con sounds great. Yeah, I've been talking to many of my experienced cosplayers to get their bits of advice. I've got a list of small businesses to go around and speak to. I got some cool, amazing help advice from Artifacts. They do lots of cons. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Heavy Con, so look out for that. The physical thing that Arcane is talking about, worldbuilding seems so hard, there's so much to think about. Bromance. Bromance. I'm going to say Bromance, and you're just going to have to keep correcting me. Does kind of sound like a weightlifting con, but that's not a deal breaker. Well, yeah, but why wouldn't it be if I'm running it, Kerry? So Sawdust, hang on. Arcane's thing, the project after Tasha is the first one we'll try to do a physical version of is, we're going to do a Kickstarter. And we're going to throw out a Kickstarter, and we're going to create we're going to create two things. Rob again is going to correct me along the way, but this is what I've got in my head. We're going to create two things. We're going to create a companion player's handbook type situation that you can play in Colossus with. You can play it anywhere basically. So it'll be all our homebrew stuff from Colossus, that you can pick up and go, I want to play this homebrew stuff they've come up with in my friend's game. Yep. I'll probably be doing weights in the background too. That's the project after the project after. Alright, so what's the next project? Is that the campaign setting? Or are we doing the Atorian thing? Right. Okay. Give me a bit of text and then I'll fill in the rest. And Bromance. Yeah, so we're going to do an Atoria source book first as a Kickstarter, correct? Oh yeah, I'm all over this. So we're going to do an Atorian source book first, Kickstarter, followed by a campaign companion thing. Get me dwarf armour out for the RP cosplay, good lad. Bromance. Wow, that sounds cool. Where can I find out more information about that, especially now that there is a pandemic going on? Oh, what the HeavyCon? If you look under this stream, if you're on your phone, press about, and there's loads of links, Facebook, Discord, stuff like that. Click one of them, follow us, I'll be shouting about it. If you're on your desktop, just scroll down, and under the chat you should be able to see, again, buttons that you can push to Facebook, Twitter, stuff like this. Yeah. Be like Matt Mercer and get Wizards of the Coast to make it official sourcebook. There's a big difference between me and Matt Mercer. About 18 stone, long hair and fame. but I'm chasing him. I am chasing him. And I keep reminding him, so we'll see. But yeah, we do one day. That's the dream, to be fair, Drosma Day. And country of origin, of course. Yeah, I don't know. The Mercer might, you might have a granddad up Yorkshire way. I just need the fame and I'm there. You do have wonderful hair, Dice of the Beholder. I will give you that. So yeah. So we've got a few Kickstarters set up, basically. We've got a source book for the particular countries in our world. We've got a companion player's handbook that we're going to throw out there, so people can play any of our stuff in any of their games.
It's gravy time.
It's gravy time. Who did I just get gravy time by? Ah, yeah, Bromance is now following. Nice one. Thank you very much for the follow. Oh, we're smashing that 500. 504, I think, now. Which is good. So yeah, we've got loads of stuff going on. Loads and loads. So, hopefully, I will still get to see my kids grow up and not just see them one day as fully grown adults. Right. Hang on, I'm getting a message from my manager. See what he says. Probably telling me off. We'll have a look. Right, so. Right, so I'm going to correct, as a correction, the Atorian sourcebook that we're going to do, we are going to create ourselves and put up on the website to sell. Those of you that have just joined, the website is currently under construction. I'm working on it. We're nearly there. After we've done that, after we've done the Atorian sourcebook, see, this is why I need people. After we've done the Atorian sourcebook ourselves, we will look to kickstart the bigger project of the Player's Handbook. There you go. Because obviously we need to know how much stuff's going to cost. Lovely. Right, so. History. Right, so. Cool thing about our in the Toan Highlands is the halflings and gnomes, because of their origins. Like you have the ASMR that are celestial blooded, but the halflings and the gnomes are they're like, I probably got the way around, but they're like 10th gen celestials. So whereas your ASMR have, the halo above the head, or bright blue eyes, or radiate an aura of good, or lore, or chaos, or bad, or whatever your flavour of roleplay is with your ASMR. The halflings and gnomes just have a smidgen of it in their past. So they may have access to a cantrip. I don't know, spare the dying or something. But yeah, you looking forward to it, Bromance? Good. I'm really happy. So are we. It's going to be amazing. Never sleeping again. Also in the new year, because we do it every year, we'll be picking a charity and trying to raise money for it. Last year we did a 24-hour charity stream for Birmingham Children's Hospital. This year we did a 49-hour charity stream for 3 charities: Mermaids, Rainbow Trust and Mind. And next year we'll pick another one and raise some money. So for such a small group of geeks on the internet doing, which I'm pretty sure has been said before, but you know, more ridiculous long streams, you say. Oh, I tell you what we are, what's in my head, and I'll try out, we'll see how it goes, is picking a module. So probably not Curse of Strahd, but picking one, Tomb of Annihilation, anything daft like that. Just picking one, and if we can fit it into one session, so we sit there, we start it, and we finish it, whether it take 4 hours or 50. Don't quote me on that. We'll finish an entire run through of one of the modules, probably D&D fifth ed. But yeah, I'll be up for playing one long session. I know you would. Right, cool. So, right, historically, back in the time of the dragons, the Highlands were a place of solitude for the greatest of beasts, for a place of solitude for the for these greatest of creatures. All about the chocolate coffee beans. Ah, yeah, Jesus, yeah. Oh, I've never played one of the modules before. Yeah, it'd be cool. I'd be up for playing one long session. Popping them like Smarties. I bet there's a maximum efficiency interval. There was a point test at like maybe 2 in the morning, from between like 2 and half 3, where we don't actually know what happened. Like, they may have had a fight, they may have solved some plot, we don't know. Right, so for those of you that have joined, we are currently writing about the halflings and gnomes in our world of Colossus. They reside within the Toan Highlands, and we're currently, I said currently, not brazenly, hey, dad joke, we're going to do a bit of history. So back in the time of the dragons, the Highlands were a place of solitude for these greatest of creatures. They would wander and rest. Staring skyward and admiring beauty untouched. Yeah! Still untouched. When I don't know how to spell that. Oh, is Mel still about? Oh, Mel, you're gonna find out what this is. First left the realm. Alright, I just need to look some up on some of our hierarchy and religions. So just so you all know, right, I don't know if any of you understand file sizes and stuff and Word documents and how big they would be or small. In my one of my Google Drives, for the amount of stuff we've written for Colossus, there's 9 gig. So yeah, we've put some effort in, which I'm very, very proud of. Writing Pantheons is strange, I'll give you that. Alright, so In one. Right, wait. Oh crap! What is going on? What is going on? Right, where are you? Where are you? Thargos. Right, cool. So. Just need to grab something for Umbro. Where's that one? Bam, 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 bam. Come on, bloody scrolling. I hate scrolling. Should all be where I want it. Ah, sorry, I'll get it in a bit. Oh, crap. Right, so attempted to ink the horrible comic while waiting for the next. Alright, okay. All hail the whale. I remember the sayings, just can't remember why. I tell you what hail the whale was. Where are we? All hail the whale. You're your own Wolverine. We do have the t-shirt. You are your own Wolverine. It's alright, I'm alive again. Sure, we can stay away from much. Right, all hail the whale. Right? You lot in Atoria, you went into a pub and you were trying to find followers of the Ram. And you went and spoke to a very drunken worker who explained to you that the only deity he knew of was the great whale of the waters. And every now and then was all hail the whale in his drunken state. And of the many of you that basically queued up to roll dice to discover, to insight check him, I'm pretty sure you all rolled 1s, 2s, 3s. So you all believed. Maybe one didn't, but the rest of you believed that this whale was a deity within the waters. And in our tired, drunkenly state, all hail the whale became a thing. There you go. Oh, that fire elemental. Yeah. I'll go fight in the arena by myself. Yeah. If we ever do that again, the audio will be 100% better. Oh, that's what I was looking at. I got distracted. I do apologise. I do apologise, kids. There we go. So, that's not what I was looking at. Right, cool. Where have you gone? That's not what I wanted. Sorry, I've got a lot of documents open that I'm now I've lost one. Where is it? Why? Ah, that's what I wanted. Right, cool. So, carried with them the light of, you know when you name something and later on you want to name it something ridiculous. Light of Colossus. Some say this is a weapon wield. Oh, what? How did... Bastard. Obviously. Others, Some say this is a weapon wielded, others tail spoken. What is that? O-M-E-R. Ah! What are you lot talking about? I don't know what you lot are on about. There you go. Doing a monthly podcast could be a cool idea, to be fair. Yeah, yeah, to be fair, Beholder. Podcasts are pretty cool, they're pretty popular. I don't have the time, but I reckon you lot could probably talk about your stuff, which you can see on Sundays if it hasn't already been said. You need to do a chat show here. Oh right, I've just scrolled up. You need to do a chat show here on here, just hours and hours of you and other DM players chatting about roleplay moments. Jesus. Right, maybe it's a one-off. And what, and just swap stories? Right, I'm with you now, I'm with you. I thought you meant do a pod show about the bloody campaigns. I'd be alright, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, yeah, okay. Noted. It's in my diary. In fact. You see, it's going in the diary. Cool, chat show. Cheers, Beholder, thanks. My hourly day is up to 27 hours. Right, so, others are tale spoken. What is known as Omriel Ella de Mor is a light bearer for all. I don't like that it rhymes. Is a light bearer. Ugh. Can I put the? Right, Rob, that's for you to do. Is the? That's not a thing, is it? That's Yorkshire coming through. Lovely. Rob, you can sort that. Is it like alright. You mother kipper. Heavy's using the Men in Black there cycle. What? Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, but I can't tell LARP stories. Sounds like most chats we have. Sounds like most chats we have, to be fair, really. Hey, Effa. It's called Thursday night chats at LARP, isn't it? Yes, Stu. Exactly that. Chat will help vote. Everyone plays a bard, and they get points on how epic. Okay. Right, it's all gone mental. Right. When Oreo first left the realm of Aladamor and took it as their name, they carried with them the light of Colossus. Some say this is a weapon wielded, others a tale spoken. What is known is the light bearer. From that light, from that celestial, yeah, celestial light. Strode the. It's too cheesy. From that celestial light. Right, sorry. Inseparable. Separable. During the time, during the age of. I've got to go find that now. Give me a sec. Is it on here? Is it on here? Yeah, it was on here, wasn't it? Oh, no. Bastard. Where's the friggin'... Where is it, man? Where is it? Birth. There we go. Right, so... Yeah, during the age of Titans, there we go. During the age of Titans, it was unreal. Charged to make sure the world saw. So the lights are shocking. So that's of their time in what is now known as the Toan Highlands. Yep. I've lost my train of thought. I know it's the scale and I'm not be able to do this. One again was Thargos. Where are you? I'd just like to point out, if you know, you know, but Beasto Grave Eye is on my Pantheon Living Colossus. Oh yeah! Heavyweight, last Wednesday of every month you could do a podcast style stream with guests from players, DMs, crafters, other streamers like Island of Raw when you talk, tabletop RPGs, upcoming events, other poo, random poo. Would be kind of cool. Okay. Heavy's using, I'm not sure if text to speech would help or make law writing worse. Worse. It doesn't, like, what are you laughing at? Yeah. As you could tell by my beautiful partner in crime, not Rob, that lass. Yeah, I've tried text to talk, Kerry. It's not fond. It's not fond of the old northern twang. Right, no idea what it's trying to think. Northern go, but yeah, I'm trying to do it with made-up words. Is even worse. Loving Beck's laughing at that. Well, don't encourage you. Give me the hobnobs, love. But yeah. Right, so. The problem with text to talk to. See, I can't say it. Talk to text. Or at least on Google Docs. It's alright for like small stuff, but then when you've got to like pause, then so it stops to do like a full stop or something. You've got to say full stop. Then you got to pause, then you've got to go new line, and it kind of it's not as fluid as I'd ever liked it to have been. Yeah, exactly. Right, so right, so one such dragon was Thargos. And Thargos, when I get my stuff. Where are you, Thargos? 1, 2, 3. There's a first, second, he's a third bond. Wow, there's loads of stuff coming out. So this, wow. So as we're writing lore here, as I'm writing the history and I'm looking at names and stuff that get dropped in, all leading up to how the halflings and the gnomes got to rock around as clans and tribes. It's just so vast that... Right, so Thargos, yeah. One such dragon was Thargos. The third born. Third born? Is that right? Third generation? Nah, forget it. One such dragon was Thargos. The twin to Everwinter. Yeah. During the time in the Highlands, we're curious of the celestial realm. Celestial realm. Yes, that's celestial realm. They spoke with... I nearly got it. Time. Not over the already. Time. Without the need for celestial light. Time. Radiate from those that took life. This is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. I'll have to go back and read this. At time it would radiate from those that held life upon losses. Omrium was bound by their existence under the law of nature of the celestial realm, despite the deities that decided that is me. Despite the what am I doing? Those that speak Queen's English. Tried it once, didn't like South London Kent accent. To be fair, I still scribble a lot of notes in session, mostly trying to keep notes of names. I hate naming NPCs. Yeah, same. Bullet point, then start to flesh them out. A character sheet starts out all fresh and clean. By a few sessions, it's covered in scribbles and notes. Got a daily character sheet out the phone, loads of notes, etc. Drunk texting didn't work. Drink texting never does. Never, ever does, Sawdust. Right, so. Right, Omri was bound by their existence and the lawful nature of the celestial realm, despite the chaos of its, what do you call them, like natives? Chaos of the people that live there, or out of the celestial realm, not the chaos of its natives. Is that right? We'll go with that. Okay, Rob, you can change it there. Decision to allow such a thing brought about the first age of first age of I see what you did there. You still around, Medea? Right. Oh my. So, basically, because Unreal allowed Thargos and Everwinter's idea to happen, and Unreal being the bearer of the celestial light, or the light bearer, it meant that the world went into darkness because the celestial light had gone away. What brought about the first stage of darkness? I decided to put darkness in a thesaurus. One of the suggested words is brownout, which sounds to me like you've got an upset stomach, so I don't like that. First stage of blackness, dark, dusk, gloom. Ooh. First stage of twilight. That's not a bad one. Black, blackout, brownout, cloudiness, crepuscle. I don't know what that says. Muscle, crepuscle, whatever. Dimness, duskiness, eclipse. First stage of the first stage of lightness, murkiness, nightfall, shade, shadiness, shadows, Cimmerian shade, calm, pitch darkness, smokiness, tenebrosity. That's a bit much for a high fantasy one. First stage of twilight. You can roll a shit in glitter. Don't make it a vampire. First. On the sky when the sun is below our eyes. Reflection of the sun's rays, perfect state, period of state of obscuring. I think Twilight. Twilight's a bit cheesy. Dusk, gloom. Yeah, the first stage of gloom. What is? Can't remember. Oh, I can't remember Sarah's character name. What is it? Glow. Glow is a beautiful English word. Gloaming. Yeah, gloaming. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Sawdust. What is Sarah's character name with the purple hair? Is it Gloomer? Yeah, there you go. So gloaming. Yeah, there we go. I might go with gloaming. That's a good word. Twilight Dusk. Brilliant. All English Twilight. It's also quite Celtic. Gloomer, yeah, it's Gloomer's true. Gloaming equals Twilight Dust. Yeah, gloaming is the ye old English. Old English word. It's not that old, shall I mean? I know it. Wait, no, that's not really a defining quality. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, let's go with first stage of gloaming. Well done, Tess. Stage of gloom. Oh, which caused all sorts of shit, I'll tell you now. The Celestials were not happy that their light had been turned off. Paying the bill, you know what I mean? Bear in mind, this was a time when, like, superpowers were just living next door to you. Thargos carried on real far from lost ever winter whispered Colossus. Throughout the Toan Highlands, the first breath. The first light not of a celestial origin was that of a halfling, now known to the world as now known to many of their faith as Tommy. The first of his, not the first of their kind. Not first of their kind. Ah! Fucking. First of their kind. No, it's Tommy. First of their kind. On light was enough that they could walk the gloam with ease, that they could walk, live. We've got to change that. Ah, for God's sake. Do we need to put 50p in the deck? What? Please don't put 50p in the deck. Night watch. So subscribe here. Alright, so yeah. So far. Rob, I hate you. This is going to be such a big issue. First, their all night was enough that they could live within it. Others needed guidance in reaching that is such a shocking sentence. Within the gloaming, and seek others of their race to teach the way of Jesus. Oh no, what have we done? It's good. transmit notice, but your Discord link. Yeah, it's a pain in the arse is my Discord. It times out, and I don't know how to put a permanent thing up. I'll get you one now. I do apologise. Invite, copy. One of them two should work, Josper, sorry. Hopefully, they'll work. Where am I? Oh yeah. What time are we on? 11 o'clock. Jesus. There's 17 of you. I've got to wrap this up. We've been going 3 hours. This one should never expire. Where'd you get that from? Alright, cool. I'll change that. But I'll do it in a sec. Right, so within the global maintenance C covers, there are stitched away of. Wow, some capitals. Alright. Go back to my thingies. Right. So many name drops in it. Tomlin. Dated. Friend. Friend. Oh, this is way too much like Jesus. Except he were a carpenter. Forge new lights for the halflings. Help to forge the lights of the halflings across the Highlands. Right, there's absolute shed ton more to do. Right, this one should never excite. Right, it's 11 o'clock. We normally stop around this time anyway, so I'm going to stop. Basically. Tomorrow we don't have any stream, but we are hosting Kelly Jane Games, so go check her out. She's doing Cthulhu, I think, or she should still be doing Cthulhu, I think. But check out her stream, Kelly Jane Games. I'm going to have a look. Right, so for the new followers, amazing, really, really amazing. I'm so happy that you know, I mean, there's 17 of you right now. We've been double figures, all just listening to me talk rubbish. I say rubbish, absolute genius about a world that we made up with a couple of friends, and we play games in it. So it's been nice chatting shit with people, keeping us entertained on a Sunday night. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this, I mean, loads of you have followed already. You know, follow the links, push the buttons. Feel free to message me on Twitch if nothing's working and you want to follow and get more information. It's been amazing. Thank you for the resubscribes and such. I've really enjoyed writing tonight, and it's actually quite cool. I've never done something as collaborative as this with 17 people questioning stuff. So it's really cool. It's really good to just sit and chill with you guys. Thank you very much for Rob jumping on, deleting some stuff, no doubt. It's been great. So welcome to the heavyweight gaming community. I hope you get time to jump on through the week and see our other storytelling where we actually play games and roll dice and such. You'll get to meet a plethora of great people that play amazing characters, and Dave. But yeah, it's been cool. This has actually jogged my memory of a lot of stuff we wrote, because by the time we got to this I'd forgotten it. So it's really cool to get it out there. Look out for all our stuff coming. The music that you've heard in the background has been Syrinscape. So you can go, I'm going to put that on. Syrinscape, ooh, special mention. So yeah, so we've been using that. Really glad you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to, the shaking you can hear in the background is getting a bottle ready for the babby. Yeah, that's been great. I mean, how do I say it? Very big love. Thank you very much to everyone that's been on. Share, tell everyone. Let's see if I can get Matt Mercer to shave his head. But yeah. Right, so normally I'd say goodbye, players. I'm going to do a raid. I'm going to do a raid on a channel called Not Great RPG. And the reason I want to raid them is because we did a really cool session with them where they are an American folk, but he turned his garage or cellar into a tavern so they could play their games in. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I did a one-shot with them where he DM'd for me and a few other content creators, and he allowed me to play Bodger and Badger. So we ate mashed potatoes and I shot stuff. It was amazing. But yeah, we'll raid them after this. Anyway, I'm off now because our lass is staring at me. Right, thank you very much. And for now, goodbye, viewers, players, fans. I love you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.